All right, let's talk more about all this and welcome in Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs. He is the co-chair of the Border Caucus. Congressman, great to see you.
Thanks, John. Bianca, good to see you.
You know, everybody deserves at some point in their life, I think. Every American should go to New York City, of course, but it's expensive. So maybe we should all just go down to Mexico, cross the Rio Grande River, or come in through Yuma, get on one of these buses and get a free trip.
Yeah, you know, I've actually had people tell me that they're trying to get into the country legally, and they feel like if they snuck between the ports of entry, they'd get a red carpet, open access, be shipped to wherever they wanted to go into the country. And this is just more of it. And so, yeah, we've been, you know, what's interesting, John and Bianca, is that in Arizona, we've had hotels for a year that have been housing illegal aliens who are here, and because we just don't have enough place for them either and services, so the federal government's been housing them there. And so it's no surprise that in New York City you'd have a liberal sanctuary city advocate mayor say, we're going to stick them, put these people up in a nice hotel, and yet we're going to cry out of the other side of our mouth saying, stop sending these people to my sanctuary city.
Yeah, and it just also begs the question, especially down at the border, you know, you have also groups that get involved, NGOs, who actually make money by kind of feeding this process there, and they want to just keep them in the hotels where it becomes sort of a money-making. Not only are they getting free lodging, the taxpayers end up subsidizing it as well.
Yeah, that's right, and it's never calculated into the cost how much we're paying NGOs. You know, there are some NGOs that actually recruit people to come into the country illegally that advertise south of the border in various states around the world. So it's a real problem that we as taxpayers are actually encouraging and incentivizing people to illegally come into the country. But, you know, that's the policy of this administration. That's President Biden, Secretary Mayorkas, Nancy Pelosi, all of them. It's just, let's have an open border and everything will be okay. And then they want to distract from all the problems that happen when you lose your sovereignty of a secure border.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you subsidize something, you get more of it. We'll talk more about that with the electric cars coming up later in the show. But I also wanted to ask you, speaking of subsidies, the IRS getting a massive one, able to hire 87,000 new agents. And your colleague, Thomas Massie, sharing some pictures that are apparently from the IRS's armed training manual. What are we supposed to make of these pictures, Congressman?
Well, I don't know what anybody else did, but when I saw it, I got very nervous, not only because they look incompetent to be holding a weapon, number one, but number two, that they are talking about using deadly force on American citizens from the IRS. And then they're going to have additional agents. They're going to be going after people, again, like under Lois Lerner, under the Obama administration, I think, for political opponents and political aggrandizement. So it's really a problem. And one of the first things we need to do when the Republicans get this back is defund these 87,000 new IRS agents. And then we need to look at the agents, not just agencies, not just the IRS, but the dozens and dozens of agencies that allow for a police force where people are carrying weapons and can use deadly force on Americans. From everything from the post office to other agencies that have these kind of police forces.
All those IRS agents, no border agents, you know, what a shame for our country. Before we let you go, Congressman, tomorrow's a huge day as the fallout from the raid continues. Judge Bruce Reinhart will weigh those requests to unseal the affidavit. The DOJ absolutely has pushed back. Their lawyers say it will be a roadmap. It'll reveal too much about the investigation. Obviously, hard to see what will happen, but your reaction to where this is all going?
Well, I think it's a really dangerous situation in America today. But I mean, the affidavits, if they become unsealed, we will see more about who testified, who are the witnesses, what kind of probable cause to even investigate a former president, and really we're not even sure what the charges are. I mean, there's all kinds of speculation out there. We don't know really any of that stuff. But if we can get the affidavits of it, we'll see it. It'll open it up. It'll have transparency. And the reason that it's so important in this case is because this is an historic case. This is unusual. This is very different. It is a raid on a former president's home where they're going after him. And I believe that they've already made up their mind to indict and go after President Trump with criminal charges. But we really should have that opened up to Americans so we can see this unusual, dangerous action on the part of the DOJ against the former president of the United States.
Congressman Andy Biggs, always great to see you.
Thank you, John. Thanks, Bianca.
Thank you, sir.